Hello, Daniel. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, well, I've finally got my paper back. I was wondering whether we could talk about it.
Well, Daniel, right now I'm actually in the middle of my own research.
What didn't you like?
Unfortunately, I'm sorry?
Which parts didn't you like?
Daniel, it's not that I didn't like it. My comments are based more on your presentation.
What does that mean? My presentation? Did it upset you?
Did it what? No, it didn't upset me. It certainly was provocative, but that's never bad. And certain points you made were...
Which was your favourite?
My favorite?
Well, I think it's important for me to know which parts of the paper push the limits. I don't want to be accused of doing something just for shock value.
Okay. Who are we to say getting incested or abused or violated or any of those things can't also have their positive aspects in the long run? Now, that's shocking, especially as a woman.
You see, you misunderstood what I was saying. Look, I guess all I was trying to say is you have to be careful of taking a knee-jerk attitude. Having a knee-jerk attitude to anything is a mistake, especially in the case of women, where it adds up to this very limited and condescending thing of saying they're fragile, breakable things that can be destroyed easily. Everybody gets hurt and violated and broken sometimes. Why are women so special? Not that anybody ever ought to be raped or abused. Nobody's saying that, but that's why it's going on. What about afterwards? All I'm saying is there are certain cases where it can enlarge you or make you more of a complete human being, like Viktor Frankl.
What?
Or think about the Holocaust.
Daniel.
Was the Holocaust a good thing? No way. Does anybody think that it was good that it happened? No, of course not. But did you read Viktor Frankl? Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. It's a great, great book. But it comes out of his experience. It's about his experience in the human dark side. Now think about it. If there was no Holocaust, there'd be no Man's Search for Meaning.
Why don't we talk about this at office hours?
Hi, Miss Quinn.
Daniel,
You said to meet at office hours.
I'm in the middle of work. You can't just walk right into the room.
I just want to know why you hate it so much.
Fine. I thought it was easy. I thought your claims about women were wild and incendiary, and I think you absolutely wrote it for shock value. And quite frankly, I'm not interested in discussing any further some paper that exemplifies some pent-up, overdeveloped teen angst.
I'm impressed my paper got you like that.
Daniel, I don't think you understand. There is no point. No one cares.
Careful. That's not true. Think about it.
Think about what?
About being degraded and brought to within an inch of your life, for example. No one's going to say the sick bastards that did it shouldn't be put in jail, but let's put two things into perspective here. One is, afterwards, she knows something about herself that she never knew before. All I'm saying is there are certain cases where it can enlarge you. What she knows is that the most totally terrible, terrifying thing that she could ever have imagined happening to her has now happened. And she survived. She's still here. It'll make you more of a complete human being, like Viktor Frankl. And now she knows something. I mean, she really, really knows.
No, that's shocking, especially as a woman.
No. See, I'm disappointed in you. That's what I'm talking about, the knee-jerk attitude. Taking everything I say and filtering it through your narrow view of the world. Look, totally terrible things happen.
Now, you want my opinion?
Existence and life break people in all kinds of awful fucking ways all the time. Trust me, I know, I've been there. And this is the big difference, you and me here, because this isn't about politics or feminism or whatever. For you, this is just ideas. You've never been there.
Sarah, can I talk to you a sec?
I'm not saying nothing bad has ever happened to you. You're not bad looking. I'm sure there's been some sort of degradation or whatever come your way in life, but I'm talking Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning type violation and terror and suffering here, the real dark side.
Daniel came into my office today.
Professor, let me explain.
He said that he was looking to talk to you about his paper.
I can tell from just looking at you. You never. You wouldn't even wear what you're wearing. Trust me.
Listen, I just wanted you to know that I'm taking care of it. I basically told him to give it another shot. I know how persistent he can be.
Miss Quinn. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
There's just one more thing I feel like I have to tell you about first, though.
What if I told you it was my own sister that was raped? What if I told you a little story about a 16-year-old girl who went to the wrong party with the wrong guy and 4 of his buddies that ended up doing to her just about everything 4 guys could do to you in terms of violation?
Here we go, bitch! Here we go!
But if you could ask her, if she could go into her head and forget it, or like erase the tape of it happening in her memory, what do you think she'd say? Are you so sure what she'd say? That's why it's going on. What about afterwards? What if she said that even after that, totally negative as what happened was, at least now she understood it was possible? People can
what?
can see you as a thing. That people can see you as a thing. Do you know what that means?
Man, mostly shit. It's true.
Because if you can really just see somebody as a thing, you can do anything to him.
And I know a better guy probably would have told you about this before we even slept together.
What would it be like to be able to be like that? You see, you think you can imagine it, but you can't. But she can. And now she knows something.
Sorry, I tried calling earlier.
I mean, she really, really knows.
You cut your hair. Looks good.
This is what you wanted to hear. You wanted to hear about 4 drunk guys who knee-jerk you in the balls and make you bend over that you didn't even know, that you never saw before, that you never did anything to, that don't even know your name, that don't even know your name. To find out you have to choose to have a fucking name you have no fucking idea. And what if I said that happened to me? Would that make a difference?